AAF pick'ems.
Bum, 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 bum.
We're back. The Goat House is back. We got week 3 AAF pick'ems.
The Alliance.
I did pretty well last week. I went 4-0.
No way.
Yeah, I went 4. I think you went 4-0 too.
Oh, all right.
I gotta start putting the standings up here.
How did I do? I
once
have
we
no
get going,
idea.
I think you just missed the. I think you picked Hackenberg and boys.
you
they
did.
didn't
Not
pull
the
it
best
off.
decision on my part.
They didn't look bad.
I was
They didn't look as bad. We'll go that.
We'll find
They
out.
kept it close.
We'll find out.
Arizona and Salt Lake's already playing each other again. They played each other in week 1, but we'll get to the games in a second. Our subscriber goal is 20K.
That's a lot of people.
If you don't subscribe to the channel, we got AAF coverage. We got a lot of NFL sports coverage in general. We're talking a lot of free agency for the NFL draft. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't quite yet, and click the like button on any video. That'd be much
Hit the bell too. Hit the bell.
Yeah, hit that bell.
Notification.
Turn on notifications. You never know what we got going on. It may go live at any time, and you won't be ready unless you hit that bell.
Yeah, it could be 3 a.m., dead
Yeah.
of night, or morning, however that works.
That's the morning.
I may be breaking the news of a free agent at 3 a.m. You never know.
We'll get the call right before Shefty, and we'll break it down for you.
If you ball, you do get the call. So
that's true.
That's what I heard.
All right, back to the games. Like I said, Arizona and Salt Lake played each other in week 1. Arizona was pretty dominant, but if it's anything like the NFL, you can't take too much away from week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona got another win. They easily look like the best team after week 1. Week 2, they were a little sloppy. They played Memphis Express, who were one of the weaker teams in the league, and they had to pull off a comeback. It was very impressive in the second half, sloppy first half. This time they're away against Salt Lake. Salt Lake's, I think they're a good 0-2 team, if that makes any sense. I don't think they're like that terrible. You know, they're 0-2, but they got playmakers on offense. They can play some defense. You know, it's unfortunate they're 0-2, and it's unfortunate they have to play Arizona again. Anybody have any thoughts? Anybody want to make a pick?
I got my pick.
I think I got my pick.
Taking the hot shots.
Hot shots.
I think it's a pretty easy choice there. I like John Wolford, 469 passing yards on the season.
Been looking pretty good.
Looking pretty damn good. Do they know? I mean, I haven't been following as much as the NFL, but between Austin Allen and Josh Woodrum, is it Austin Allen going forward?
I can't say for week 3. I think Austin Allen, most likely, because they put him week 2. Week 1, it was Woodrum and Linhan. And then they just went totally different direction week 2, so I don't know.
I mean, as far as between the 3 of them, Austin Allen's probably looked the best.
We need like a Rappaport of the AAF to like know this stuff, you know? We need one of those guys.
I don't know.
Nice.
I think Austin Allen will go. Woodrum I don't think is bad. It's got to be one of those two. But
I just don't think the Stallions offense can be able to keep up with the hot shots there.
Okay.
In my professional
opinion. What's
Junior
got?
AAF is not professional, so.
In my semi-pro affiliate league.
No, it's considered professional.
Is it?
It's considered pro
Okay,
football,
never
yeah.
mind. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hot shots here. This is my favorite team, and it's just
Why is it your favorite team?
I like the style offense they're running.
You like it?
What about the logo? Tell us about the logo.
The logo, it could be better.
I like the logo a lot.
I like the logo. I don't know if I like the colors.
I don't know if I like the colors either.
They can do a lot better with those colors.
Yeah.
But no, I like the offense they're running. It's working.
Reminds me of the Portland Timbers, MLS. Soccer.
The logo?
I don't know if there's any Portland or soccer fans out there. The logo just reminds me of it. I don't know. I think it's similar, you know.
So wait, are they the firemen?
What?
Do they have a fireman as their mascot?
That's a good question.
No, they have a Dalmatian.
I don't watch a lot of MLS, but it just reminds me of that Portland Timbers a little bit. I think there's a lot of green
Arabian
in that one.
Dalmatian.
But
It's got rabies.
I actually think this could go either way. Like I said, Salt Lake they're not a terrible team, even though they're sitting at 0-2. I do like Walford and Ross on Arizona. They got Will Sutton too on defense. The difference in the first week, I remember that Salt Lake had a muff punt that was crucial in week 1. I think that turned around the game. So if they don't make those mistakes, I definitely think they can win. That could be the difference this time at home too. So Salt Lake could definitely win. I think closer than people think, but I'm still going to go Arizona because they may just be the best team. Maybe not. There's another team we're going to get to that actually might be the best team. It's going to be a battle.
You reminded me of something there.
Yeah.
There's something going on in this league. It's a concern.
Conspiracy?
Juicing? Are they juicing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think something's going on. I have never seen so many muffed punts in my life.
Yeah.
In the Iron game,
Wait,
there was another one.
It shows that
Something's going on with the
long
ball.
snappers. All the good long snappers are they just dropping? I haven't seen it.
No,
but
you
are
know,
they
they're
just
muffing the
drop
punt.
it.
The punt returners are muffing the
Oh,
punts.
gotcha.
Yeah, I always said that punt returning might be one of the hardest things to do, and nobody ever talked about it. And now we're seeing that, like, why only the professional, like the NFL guys, can do it. Like, it's hard.
Literally, I've never seen so many in my
Which
life.
in college you don't see too many muff punts, so you think you'd find some better guys, but
It's a new league, just different English on the ball. You know,
Yeah. It is
it's
a
a different
different
type
ball.
of different type of pig, different hog. You know.
what was Pete's not with us. Pigskin
think he
Pete
took
not with
the
us
hot
today.
shots.
He took the hot shots. That is correct.
If he didn't, he'd be out of his mind.
I think it could go either way. Closer than I think everyone thinks. But four of us for the hot shots. Next game is Memphis versus Orlando. Memphis we kind of labeled as maybe the worst team in a battle with Atlanta. Before week 2, Memphis put up a good fight against Arizona. They had them, but
Couldn't close the door.
couldn't close the door. Orlando may be the best team. I was saying Arizona or maybe Orlando, putting up a lot of points. They had a very good game against San Antonio. It was in San Antonio. Late push to win that game. Charles Johnson, the receiver, dominant. AAF record. 100. Yeah, we'd hope it'd be a record. 190 so receiving yards, but I feel like he should be in the NFL. I thought he was pretty good with the Vikings, and he was on the Panthers. Didn't get too much of a chance. But I'll go ahead right away. I think we're talking about right now the best team versus probably we'll say the second to last team in Memphis. So I'm going to take, especially at home, I'll take Orlando. Steve Spurrier has done a good job with this team so far. But I think he's got a lot of talent. So,
I mean, what's going to carry the Express is going to be Zach Stacy because he's pretty damn good running back on that squad.
You got the moves.
He does have the moves. I think he's got about 160 rushing yards this year. But I'm going to go with the Apollos. They just overall have the better offense. I mean, you can't compete with almost 400 yards. Right?
AAF. We got
Right?
one right
Dave-
here.
I'm ready.
Provolone.
I'm ready.
Jeez.
But almost about 400 yards per game for the Apollo. So tough to beat.
tough to beat.
Tough to
You're saying
beat.
these facts like you don't know. I have a feeling you know. You're a smart man.
Thank you.
You're saying how the Stallions are a good 0-2 team. Well, Memphis is a bad 0-2
Oh,
team.
yeah?
So I'm taking the Apollos.
Okay.
Give me them.
And Pigskin, he took the
I think
Apollos.
he's taking Hackenberg.
No, he's not.
No. Would it change your mind if Brandon Silvers was playing quarterback rather than Hackenberg?
No, if Adam Silver was.
Adam Silver?
I don't think it's
Okay.
much of a difference there.
Adams-
Hackenberg, more NFL experience.
True, but Adam Silver could launch a
Adam
football over
Silver?
that mountain over there. He
He
could
looks
launch
like
a
an
football.
alien.
He does look like an alien.
Why are we talking about Adam
I
Silver?
don't know. It's just in my brain.
All right.
Pete.
Birmingham versus
We're
Atlanta.
off the rails in peace now here.
That's true.
Birmingham didn't look too good against Salt Lake. They pulled it off
It
with
was
a
an
late,
ugly win.
ugly win. They got a defense, let me tell you. They got a defense. Got some playmakers. Atlanta, they look pretty rough. Brad Childers is supposed to be their head coach, but like a month away from the start time, he I don't know what happened. I don't know if they let him go or he decided he was not good. So I think that messed with the team a little bit. Different coach in there with not as much time for everybody else, I guess, to prepare. So maybe that's getting to them. Maybe they just don't have the players. I'm going to go with Birmingham, even though they're a good team. Don't want to knock them, but I don't know if they're as good of a 2-0 team as maybe Orlando or Arizona, if that makes any sense at all.
Danny, give us some facts, Danny.
I think there's a 1-1 team that's better than Birmingham. I'll put it that way.
Well, I did actually watch some of the Birmingham game last week. I did think that Luis Perez actually played pretty well, even though the stats don't show it. I think he was the better QB in that game, and they obviously won at the end. But I think the difference in this game is going to be Trent Richardson running the ball. I think it's going to be a coming out party in his AAF career this week against a poor Atlanta team.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to take the Iron. I'd be stupid not to. I don't know. I was not impressed with the win.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. I thought they were a better team than they showed, but that just means they're bouncing back here.
Right. And Pigskin?
I think he took Atlanta.
No, he took the Iron, unfortunately.
We
So,
just sweeping the board
So
here?
now we're going to have to take a team that actually has a loss.
yeah.
Someone has to take a team with a loss.
I think that maybe the two best defenses in the league here. Birmingham's pretty good too. But San Antonio's defense very solid. San Diego's defense very solid. Out of the two teams, I think which one has I think similar defenses. I think which one has the better offense, I think is San Antonio. I think they're the better team, so I will take them. I like Farrell, their running back, hard runner. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but hard runner. They got quite a few guys that can play too. So, and that was that 1-1 team that I said was better than the 2-0 Birmingham team. That would be a good game, but San Antonio lost a tough one with Orlando in a rematch. They could very well beat them. So it's a very good team. I like that team a lot. I like their helmets a lot too. I like the colors too.
Hey, let's hear it.
Well, for me, I'm going to go with the Fleet.
Oh.
I think when I'm looking at that defense, I think their defense gets after the quarterback. They have about 9 sacks on the season so far and a handful of interceptions too. A handful, yeah. The Commanders, their offense is pretty damn good. So, I mean, it's going to be a strong offense versus a pretty solid, a strong defense versus a pretty solid offense. But I'm just going to take the edge on the Fleet here.
Okay.
Interesting. I am going to side with my man Danny here. I'm taking the Fleet.
Wow.
I'm taking the Fleet
At
here.
home?
At home. Got to ride the home team. And I like the defense.
I usually ride the home team. I took 3 away teams this week. 3 away.
Yeah, but
it's a different league, though.
It
literally is a different league.
It actually is.
It actually is.
Yeah.
And then Pigskin is taking San Antonio, so we got to split.
First banana split of the season.
So me and Junior can't be tied for first place after this week because of that game.
Well, there's no standings yet. That was
standings.
just preseason.
Okay.
Now we're firing all cylinders. I've done my homework. I'm ready to blossom into the AAF Pick'ems champion of the world.
Who wins the AAF championship if you had to pick right now?
The Apollos.
You're not going with your team Arizona?
I was actually thinking Arizona.
I'm taking defense wins championship.
Now here might be a stupid question. Is it just one tournament at the end, or how does this work?
It's playoffs.
Everyone makes it?
No, 4 teams make it.
4 teams make it. Is there like conferences, like this team has to play this team, or is it based off of record, or is there going to be like a?
I believe there's only this team could play certain team. I think there's like a West and a. I'm not 100% on that.
Well, I'm a believer in Cinderella stories, so I'm going to take Atlanta to win the entire thing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm taking Fleet. I'm taking the Fleet.
The Fleet to win the whole thing.
Fleet to win the whole thing.
I like Orlando. Yeah, I like Orlando. I like Arizona.
If you want Orlando, I'll take the Hot Shots. So we all have a different
If
team.
I were a betting man, which I sometimes am, I would take the Phoenix. Oh my God.
Arizona.
Sorry. Yes, Arizona.
There you go. Arizona.
But
Phoenix Hot Shots.
Arizona
That would be
Firemen.
pretty cool, actually.
Phoenix Hot Shots. That would be pretty cool. But
Firemen.
I'm going with the Fleet.
I think it's the obvious choice would be Orlando right now, but maybe it's. I do think they have the best player in the whole thing. I think Charles Johnson might be the best player. Arizona, between Arizona and Orlando, they both might have the best quarterbacks, Walford and Garrett Gilbert. I like Ross on Arizona too. I think it's one of those 2 teams, but San Antonio could figure it out too. I think they're very good.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting. My pick right now would be Orlando, but I have a feeling this might change.
Mm-hmm.
How many games are they playing this year?
It's a 10 weeks, 10-week season.
Okay.
We're at week 3. So teams will play, like Salt Lake's already playing Arizona again. You only play, what is that, like 2 teams twice? Or is that 3?
I don't know.
I'm not a math guy.
I'm not a math guy either. Somebody can help us out in the comments.
Where's Pete?
Yeah, we need
Pete's our math guy.
We need Pigskin for the math, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
That's going to do it, though. Thanks for watching this week's AAF. Week 3 of the AAF Pick'ems. We'll be back next week. Plenty of NFL content, NFL draft, NFL free agency predictions, all kinds of fun stuff. Check it out. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Cuba.
Goodbye.